is it okay to say no to sex with your spouse? Hi, I'm Angela, the Christian Sexpert. I received this anonymous inquiry. Pause to read. Friend, here's the thing. You shouldn't be compromising by having sex when you don't want to. We can compromise around things like acts, but if you just straight up don't want to do it, that's not something that you should be compromising, because that's only going to breed resentment in the long term. Let's review the Fry's model of consent. Consent should be freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, and specific. Babe, if you aren't enthusiastically consenting, you can't consent. Now, this is the part of the show where I suggest you either get into therapy or get into coaching with someone like myself who does sex coaching. So your husband can talk about why he thinks that it is appropriate to be having all of the sex all of the time and on an unchanged schedule when you are 7 months postpartum and exhausted and not really into it. Without being able to hear his side of things, it's really hard for me to comment on why he is acting like this. But bottom line, you need to have a come to Jesus conversation about the fact that your lives have changed now that you're parents, particularly if you are breastfeeding. Your hormones are still wacky. In fact, when we are breastfeeding, our sex hormones are lessened because God designed our bodies to not want to have another baby for at least 2 years. So there's a good chance that your body is actively working to prevent you from having the sexy sex so that it doesn't get pregnant again. So please have a conversation with him about the Fry's model of consent. Talk about what sort of frequency would be appropriate, less than you're having now if you're really not that into it, and figure out what needs fixed so that you are both getting your needs met. The things that you can work on during this time period is focusing on increasing your non-sexual intimacy. Remember, there's 12 types of intimacy. Sex is only one of them. And so increasing your non-sexual intimacy and cutting way back on physical penetration would be absolutely appropriate during this season of life. And for that, you can check out my 31 Days of Intimacy, which is available in my clickies. Good luck, friend.